Hey guys, Crypto Mike here with the mic check. 1212. Is this thing on? Please hit the thumbs ups, the subscribe button right down there, and the notification bell. May as well hit that notification bell if you're subscribed, if you enjoy my live streams and new videos. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully wonderful. Hopefully you have a wonderful, what is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Who cares? Doesn't matter. If you're working still, yeah. Okay. Now, if you're unemployed, go do some push-ups at least. All right. Now, you guys, I just want to show you something real quick. Okay. This is the paid promo. All right. Gold2020forecast.com has been accurately calling some wonderful calls, okay? Digibyte right now is up 350% during the month. I don't think any of the cryptos are up that much. He's been calling Digibyte. Theta's up almost 100, probably 100% right now for the month. He's been calling Redcoin. He's been calling, there's another one that he's been calling, Zilliqa's up. Theta's up, all right? Now, these are the ones that I've allocated. Oh, Chainlink as well. I allocated Digibyte to 50% of my portfolio the other day, and I just took profit and put it into Theta, which looks like it's going to be going up. And I also am going to take profit and put it into Chainlink. Now, XRP is taking its sweet ass time, and for that reason, I'm going to take my time taking profit and putting it into XRP. Actually, Stellar looks like a better chart short-term to mid-term. So I'm going to take my time and, with XRP and Stellar, but I still have my base amount. Okay. I will always have there's a very particular number of XRP and Stellar that I have, in mind that I'll never go below. And with that amount, I always will feel comfortable. All right. But Bo Paulmy called this big Digibyte run, and he's calling for even more, even a lot more. Okay. Now with his newsletter, you can go for a 2-week trial run. Okay. Start trial. It's originally $100. All right. With my code CryptoMike, just one word, CryptoMike, you can get it for $49, and you can make a ton of money by following his calls, okay? And I would not be telling you this if I didn't believe in it, all right? Just wanted to let you know, okay? So let's go. There's a few things I want to show you. All right. Now, I was listening to a podcast, okay? This is a great podcast, and I found a person of interest that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of before. Dan Held from Kraken Exchange. And so, Hedl. I was calling him Held. Oh, he is. Yeah, Dan Held. All right, so I would follow him. Just Dan Held. Just go type it in on Twitter. I would follow him. This was a really good podcast. And I'm going to play a little bit of it, but he posts some really good posts on Twitter.
It's just like, what would change your mind, right? So obviously, I think you and I both have very strong conviction in Bitcoin, in the protocol, and kind of the impact it can have on the world. But what are the things that could happen that would actually change your mind, even to the point of you just throwing your hand?
So before I play just a few minutes of this, what I wanted to tell you guys is that I have a strong conviction, okay? I have a strong conviction in XRP. It's going to be used to transfer the money in the world. It's going to be used as a back-end tool, a back-end vehicle, a back-end vessel, okay, to transfer all the money on the ledger, okay, around the world swiftly as a continuous circuit of money transfer. It's going to be unseen. We won't see it. No, the people will not see it. We will not know about it. Most people will not know about it. We will have no idea that it's happening. And we're not supposed to know. There's no reason for us to know. There's no reason. That's why they won't talk about it. They don't really want us to know, okay? There's no reason for the common person like you and I, okay, to know about XRP, especially right now, okay? Because it's out there available to be used, all right, to emphasize its decentralized nature, okay? But they don't want us buying it because it is going to be increasing in value because of network effect. Banks are going to have to buy it up, and they're going to have to eventually pull together to create a liquidity pool so that they don't have to pay exchanges fees. And that's going to cost them an arm and a leg eventually with how much they're going to have to buy up. They don't want to pay exchanges fees. They're going to end up buying a ton of, and pulling together in the background, which is, they're going to, it's a consortium of banks that are going to be doing this. They already have the plans to do it. They're already planning to do it. This whole thing has already planned out. Now they're playing it out. It's all happening right in front of our eyes. We're right in the middle of it. Now, XRP is the juggernaut, okay? That's what's happening. It's the juggernaut of value. It's going to be the back-end transfer vehicle for the value of the world, okay? The big value, all right? The front-end value, I believe that's going to be Stellar. That's the one we're probably going to be hearing about more often. So that's the one I think maybe, and I've been saying this a little bit here and there. I think that's the one that we are probably going to hear about as possibly the digital dollar, the one world currency. It makes a little more sense. And I think that one would be kind of like the less decentralized. I don't think it'll be a decentralized coin. I could see that happening. So, they don't ever do anything that's just great for the people or anything, but, they will tell us it's great for the people. Now, I just tweeted this out. They just partnered with Elliptic. We are very happy to announce today our partnership with Stellar. This was 5 days ago. Launched today, Elliptic's world-first XLM transaction and wallet screening capabilities will bring further confidence and safety to the Stellar network. Read more here. Elliptic, this is a very short press release, very quiet. That's kind of how they roll. Stellar Development Foundation announces exclusive partnership with Elliptic. By the way, what do you get when you have SDF? You could just draw a little loop and then a line, and you got SDR. SDF, you can easily switch that and just draw a little loop and a line and make that F into an R, and you got SDR, baby. The Stellar Development Foundation announced today the signing of an exclusive partnership with Elliptic, the leading provider of crypto asset risk management solutions for crypto businesses and financial institutions. Launched today, Elliptic's world-first XLM transaction. By the way, Whistleblower is trending again today, and Whistleblower in Gematria is XLM. Remember that. Also, Trump tweeted about he retweeted a tweet from March 1st where he toured a factory in Phoenix, Arizona, and the timing on that is 1:32, and when you type in 1:32 into Gematria, it comes out to boom. Just remember that. Launched today, Elliptic's world-first XLM transaction and wallet screening capabilities will bring further confidence and safety to the Stellar network. Now, what are they drawing to our attention? That Bitcoin is for criminals, right? And it's used in negative ways, right? Elliptic sets the global standard in preventing, detecting, and actively pursuing criminal activity in this emerging industry, said Danielle Dixon, CEO and Executive Director of the Stellar Development Foundation. Combining their services with the built-in compliance functionality of Stellar Network, we are going to empower crypto businesses and financial institutions with stronger tools to manage risk and operate with transparency and accountability. What is Trump all up? What is he all into right now? Transparency, right? Oh, and then you have click here to access. We don't need to access that, but that is one thing of interest. So I didn't mean to go off on a rant, okay? But remember, IBM is important, okay? They interact with like 97% of the world's largest banks. 97% of the world's largest banks are customers of IBM. Just don't forget that, okay? Just remember that. It's pretty important. Okay, so now another question is XRP and Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin need XRP? Does XRP need Bitcoin to survive? Now, Brett Garlinghouse in many interviews has said that he thinks Bitcoin will survive. So I think Bitcoin and XRP will go together and they will both thrive. I think Bitcoin's going to go crazy this next bull cycle. I do think it's going to go over $100,000. Yes. Okay. I don't know how long it'll last after this next cycle, but I think it's going to go over $100,000. Yes. And I think it's going to bring XRP with it, just like last cycle. All right. And I do expect $100 XRP probably by the end of this cycle. Yeah. Okay. XRP is going to make us rich as fuck. It's going to make us rich as fuck. That's why I'm trying to make a bunch of money right now and get it in. Okay. But I still have my base amount of XRP. So whatever happens, I'll still be rich as fuck. Even if I don't get all my money in right when it does start blowing, whatever, I'll still be way richer than I'm used to. Okay. I'm not a maxi. I'm not a maxi for anything. I don't like that kind of attitude, even though it is good to laser focus your focus onto one thing. That's when you can get some max gains. But I just, I can't do it. I like to dip my toes into a lot of different projects, get a feel for some things. Right now, my major focus is mostly on Chainlink. I mostly know, I have a major feel for Chainlink, and I know it's going to succeed majorly. So I know I'm mostly trying to get a lot of my profits into Chainlink, and then a little bit later down the line, I'm going to put most of my profits into XRP. So I got XRP and Chainlink are my two major projects that I'm looking to get in. All right, guys, listen to this.
Bitcoin's not going to be what I thought it was, and I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah, I got some flack from this on Twitter, but I'll bring it up here. It's about Bitcoin going below a certain price threshold. Bitcoin's price is incredibly important. Bitcoin's price represents the aggregate shared belief in Bitcoin. So the biggest worry that I would have is that FUD eventually permeates a Bitcoin hodler's mind so intensely that it would destroy their conviction. I mean, that's the only way to really kill Bitcoin, is you have to kill the belief of Bitcoin in every one of our minds. And, when Bitcoin hit 3,800, that was still above crush depth. But with Bitcoin, as Bitcoin survives over the years, as Bitcoin survives, it builds more and more belief, aka the Lindsay Effect. But Bitcoin hasn't gone below the last previous high, right? So in the 2017 bull run, the drawdown didn't go below 1,200, which was 2013's peak. And so we establish these higher lows. If we see Bitcoin break that, it sort of breaks the Lindsay Effect, where, let's say 3,800, let's say we went down to 1,000. That destroys Lindsay, because now in all of our minds, Bitcoin could go lower than that last previous high. There is no higher low, and that sort of reverses Lindsay. And so I call that like crush depth. And luckily we didn't go there. And I mentioned on Twitter, I was like, look, I think there's a material issue if Bitcoin goes below like 3,000. That was the low for the 17 bubble, like 17 drawdown through 2020. 3,000 was the low. If we go below that, we're resetting Lindy. Bitcoin won't die, but it may take a few more decades than what we had hoped. And that to me is such a setback that I think could be hugely negative for the space. So because if Bitcoin goes below that value, it means the aggregate shared belief of Bitcoin has evaporated. So it's not, the price represents that shared belief. And so people don't realize that. People go, oh, the price doesn't matter. But no, the price does matter. It represents all of us. And if no one puts in a bid and the price keeps dropping and none of us put in a bid, it means none of us believe in it, which AKA means Bitcoin has died. So I do think that's a scary moment when, if we saw Lindy effect get reversed, if we saw Bitcoin fall below that higher low, that to me would be a very worrying sign.
So he's talking about this thing called the Lindy Effect, and Dan Held is someone who I'm interested in. He sold his company Block One for all Bitcoin. All right, back when Bitcoin was at its high of $1,200, then it came back down to $180. All right, now that's a great interview. I definitely suggest you guys, this was the Pump Podcast 285. Definitely suggest you guys check it out. It's a really good listen. I don't care if you don't like Pump or whatever. I don't care if you don't like Bitcoin. It's really good to kind of go outside your scope of, view, and rediscover the history of Bitcoin and how it came about and the whole foundation of it and why people like it. Because it's not just Bitcoin, it's the whole freedom-focused mindset of where Bitcoin came from. That's the whole focus of why I like this kind of thing. Now, the Lindy Effect is something that caught my attention, and that's something I'm going to start exploring a little more of. But that's something that interested me because it made me think that, well, if this is something as XRP hodlers, that's something that we should be interested in, because XRP is different than Bitcoin in this respect, right? If enough people sell Bitcoin, down past its lowest low, we would be worried. But with XRP, it's kind of, it's a little more, in a way, it's kind of more centralized, as, Ripple holds a lot of the XRP supply, and a lot of it's in escrow. The Lindy Effect is the idea that the older something is, the longer it's likely to be around in the future. So the more it hangs out, the more it stays around, the more people accept it as just something that's gonna be there, So that's kind of how fiat money is. We just grew into it. We were born into it. So we just accept it as something that's always there. So anyways, guys, that's something I'm going to look more into, and I'll be diving kind of into that. And if we need Bitcoin, if XRP needs Bitcoin to survive or not. And I think it's going to need it until true utility comes in. But definitely Bitcoin is the face of this cryptocurrency movement. So we do need it, yes. Crypto cannot survive right now without Bitcoin. We still need people to understand what cryptocurrency is. And without Bitcoin, people would have no concept of what the heck it is. It's like the simplest concept of it right now, but XRP is a great way to explain, how it, what it does. It's a fast, secure, feeless way of transferring money. That's an easy way to explain. So, what was I gonna look up? So Dan Held actually, he tweeted out, the real flippening is when more people own Bitcoin than gold. And I could easily see that happening. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but within a few years, all it takes is hyperinflation. That's all it takes. In America, we're so close that it might happen in the next bull run. It could take a few years. That's all. You know, all it takes is a big FOMO rally in Bitcoin and an easy way to access it. And also negative interest rates would do it too. Well, when XRP finally spikes, which it will out of nowhere, you know, because we don't control it at all. It could happen with Bitcoin, or utility could kick in without anyone having a clue that it's about to happen. The bankers, the Internet of Value, the switch could just get flipped. And it could be up to a corporation, it could be up to Ripple, it could be an announcement by a partner, it could be a government, it could be the Federal Reserve, could be the Treasury, could be the IMF, could be Lagarde, it could be the BIS. You know, it could be a small nation deciding to use XRP as a currency. Who knows? I think a partnership would be announced, like Bank of America. I don't know. I'm not sure. Who knows? But I still think it's a little while away. Okay? So it will be an amazing feeling, though, knowing that you got in early and you held and you had conviction that it was going to be huge. All right? Trading for Chainlink is now open on Gemini, and Gemini is making small moves here and there, and that's why I'm excited for Flexa, because Gemini Pay is available. You can pay for things now with your Gemini wallet, your Gemini Exchange app, using Flexa, and no one knows it yet because they haven't made the announcement. Because why would they make the announcement when stores are closed? So that's a cool thing. I'm glad to be in. When they make the announcement, I'm wondering, that's why Flex has been doing pretty well. Flex has been kind of easing its way up. It's actually, I love it. No one talks about it. It's just, and I've got a lot of it. A lot of it's just been staked. I've been earning staking rewards on it, and it's cool. So, Gemini's been making little moves here and there. And the reason I have faith in the Winklevoss twins is because they've been in New York, the most heavily regulated, saturated with regulatory, bodies, entities. They tax you up the wazoo over there, and they really want to make sure that they clamp down on you tight over there in New York. And so they've been working with regulators since day one, and they know what they're doing. They came from Silicon Valley. They know how to work with regulators. So yeah, if they've been kind of quiet, they're waiting for this whole thing to happen, and they're doing what they got to do, because when regulations are announced, a lot of these exchanges are going to, they probably haven't been working closely with regulators. So Coinbase, Gemini, probably not even Binance. Who knows? There's only going to be a few. Probably Uphold will be good. But there's going to be a lot of exchanges that need to shut their doors. This is a good one. XRP Euphoria says, isn't it ironic that XRP will be our financial independence, but at the same time will be a part of the very financial system that will rob us of our privacy and many of our freedoms? Will we enjoy wealth in the confines of an economic prison? And that's what I was saying earlier. It's going to be bizarre. All we can do, though, we can help people. There's going to be a lot of hurting people. The greatest wealth transfer the world has ever seen is going to happen. Okay, transfer of wealth from the US dollar and equities right now, the stocks, bonds, it's going to transfer into the crazy shit like cryptocurrency, gold, silver, things like that. Even the real estate market. It's all going to transfer. And people will be left spinning, not even knowing what happened. And Go into it with an altruistic heart and you'll be blessed and you'll feel fulfilled, okay? Just remember that. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting right here. This one, he retweeted this about Phoenix, Arizona at 1:32 p.m. Typed that into Gematrix and it comes out to boom. And it's just interesting because Bearable Guy had his face next to May. Was it May? Oh, no, it wasn't May. But he did say boom in 2020. And May was brightly lit with the sun. I just thought that was interesting because it says Phoenix. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of fun. And Honeywell, we just figured out yesterday in my video, I saw that they have their own blockchain. So that's interesting. Anyways, I'm going to leave with that, you guys. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. That's Digibyte. Yeah, I was telling you guys about that a little while ago before this all happened, you know. So thanks to Bo Polony. Go check it out. Gold2020forecast.com. The link is in the description, okay? I would definitely take a look at it. $50 for 2 weeks using my code CryptoMike. All right, guys? Hodl strong. I love you guys. CryptoMike out. Peace.